Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. It's 6:30. The Vancouver Canucks have hired a new general manager, with team president Trevor Linden making the announcement last night. Greg Harper joins us live from Rogers Arena with more. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. Yeah, a pretty big hole has been filled within the Vancouver Canucks organization. Trevor Linden, he broke the news to about 200 season ticket holders at the Hard Rock Cafe, or Hard Rock Casino rather, in Coquitlam last night, naming Jim Benning as the 11th GM in franchise history. And Benning comes to the Canucks with a pretty solid resume. Last 8 seasons with the Boston Bruins, 7 of those as assistant GM. He's also the director of amateur scouting with the Buffalo Sabres. Benning, before that, Benning played about 9 seasons in the NHL, some of that time with the Vancouver Canucks. Benning and Linden were actually teammates in '88, Linden's rookie year in the NHL. And Linden says both he and Benning, they're ready to get to work.
Next week is the NHL Combine, where we meet all the draftable players. He's going to be part of that and ramp right into what we're trying to accomplish in the offseason. And one of those big objectives is, of course, choosing a head coach.
So Benning will be introduced to the fans at about Rogers Arena tomorrow. Then he's expected to speak to the media at about noon. Jody?
No, we're looking forward to that. Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning from Rogers Arena. Thanks, Greg. Negotiations continue today as BC's public school teachers fight for a new contract. Premier Christy Clark insists a deal can still be reached before pickets go up outside schools next week, but she calls the BCTF's demands unreasonable. The BC Public School Employers Association has said its previously announced 5% wage cut will jump to 10% on the first day of rotating strike affects any schools. It also says the employer will lock out secondary school teachers June 25th and 26th, and all instructors June 27th. The BC Teachers Federation is expected to respond this morning. The Premier says teachers and government negotiators need to start working together.
The offer that the government has put on the table will be met by a counteroffer from the BCTF. And I think, you know, I have to think that there are lots of classroom teachers out there that don't agree with the direction their union is taking.
News 1130 is also reporting that teachers may soon no longer be allowed to participate in any voluntary activities. Grad ceremonies could also be in jeopardy. A particularly nasty altercation on a transit bus in Langley has gone viral, and a warning: this video may not be suitable for everyone. A woman kicked off a firestorm Tuesday after allegedly boarding a bus without paying before loudly cursing on the vehicle. When another woman asked her to stop, the suspect allegedly threw a drink on one of her 3 children. The 2 women are then seen fighting. The altercation continued outside the bus near Willowbrook Mall, where the suspect allegedly assaulted the other 2 children. She was later arrested and is now facing charges.
So many things that went the wrong way, and you know, sadly, it scared a bunch of young children, and you know, it shouldn't happen that way.
The mother and one of the children were not badly harmed. Police have interviewed several witnesses and are asking for any more to come forward. Langley RCMP are shaking their heads at this story. 2 women were picked up separately for allegedly driving drunk during Friday night's rush hour, both along 88th Avenue in the Walnut Grove area. One vehicle ended up on top of a median. Making matters worse, both women had their children in the car.
It's just quite concerning. You know, there's only so many ways that you can say don't drink and drive, and if you're going to make a choice to actually put your children in jeopardy, then I'm not quite sure what are going to be the words that are going to help you to realize that you just can't keep drinking and driving.
Both vehicles were impounded, and the women issued 90-day driving bans. Prince Charles and his wife Camilla wrapped up their 4-day Canadian visit last night, leaving for home from Winnipeg. At his last event in Canada, the heir to the British throne toured an affordable housing development and heard about programs for the disabled. However, the biggest story to come out of Prince Charles' time in Canada is when he compared Russian President Vladimir Putin to Adolf Hitler. The Russian government today calls the comments on Putin outrageous, and the Russian embassy is now seeking official clarification. Charles' representatives have not confirmed the comments. Just coming up on 6:35, time to get you up to speed in the world of sports. And for that, we head to the Connected Studios. Here's Carolyn Cameron.